G'day there, podcaster. Got a very special podcast for you right now. At the end of this podcast, there is a phone call that we couldn't put to air because it was far too raw. But because we wanted you to hear it, we have saved the phone call. We've put it at the end of this podcast. So make sure at the end you listen out for that phone call. Also, Trump is on the show again. Always love hearing from him. And we asked the question, when did you have to pretend you liked the gift? Enjoy.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now?
Live across Australia.
I know I can.
This is Late Drive
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
with Ben, Liam and Bell.
Fresh and juicy, ready for the picking. On Nova.
And we can go all night, so if you want me.
Oh, yeah, it's a Monday, it's a new week, and you're hanging out with Ben, Liam and Bell. Let's do it.
Did you hear the news? Donald Trump working at Maccas. Apparently, Kamala Harris said she did when she was younger, and he was like, no, that's a lie. That didn't happen. So he's on the campaign trail.
Is that why he did it?
Yeah, just putting in a shift on the chippy.
But what does that prove
I don't
against
know.
her? Like, honestly.
It's pretty funny, though. Like, he did actually do a shift in Maccas, and he's frying up people's chips in Pennsylvania. But obviously, he's got a bit of troubles with his hearing now, with the one ear being shut off and whatnot. So he did have a bit of a tough time on the drive-through.
Welcome to McDonald's. My name is Donald, like Ronald, but with the D.
Hello?
Quite frankly, I'm very different to Ronald McDonald. He's a clown with fake orange hair and too much makeup. I'm none of those things.
Okay.
I tell you who Kamala reminds me of. The Hamburglar. Robbing America blind.
Yep. Can I just get a...
May I take your order?
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could
A
get
McCrispy Deluxe. A lot of people like that burger. It's a great burger.
Yeah, just a...
Quarter pounder, double quarter pounder. I could do you a chicken and cheese, my friend.
A Big Mac. Just a Big Mac.
Okay, one McSpicy coming right up.
No, a Big Mac, please.
Okay, listen, sir, you're gonna have to speak up. You're talking into my bad ear.
I just want to order one Big Mac.
Okay, I think I've got that. A McSpicy with a grimace shake coming right up.
No.
Okay, let me ask you something. Would you like that in a meal?
No.
It comes with a toy from China.
No, I don't want that.
Made in China. A little tiny grimace to go with your shake.
No, I don't want...
Excellent. We'll put that through in a mail. Drive through to the next window.
This is ridiculous. I just want a Big Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? Mr. Trump, sir, you're actually not allowed to eat nuggets on shift.
You're fired.
But, sir, you don't actually even work here.
Quite frankly, you're a loser, okay? Fired.
You're listening to Young Kings, Ben and Liam. Oh, yeah, Bell's there too.
You're on Nova, Ben, Liam and Bell here. And Liam, you're just telling us about how Trump just did a shift at McDonald's.
Yeah, over in Pennsylvania.
And look, McDonald's isn't the only fast food franchise in the news at the moment after there was footage or visuals of a KFC worker cleaning the countertop with their socks.
Yeah, I'm sure the socks were clean, though.
Well, I don't know how clean the socks were, but we thought it was a perfect excuse to do this.
Stories beneath the grace.
We know people who work in fast food get up to all sorts.
Especially, for some people, it's the first job they have, and you're up all night, and you're trying to keep yourself occupied in those slow moments, and crazy stuff happens.
We're not going to name any of these establishments, but if you have worked in fast food and you have a story from beneath the grease, we would love you to share it. 13 24 10. Have a listen. I've got a couple of my favourite callers here from last time we did this, just to give you an idea of what we're looking for.
It was one of the boys' first couple of shifts, and he ended up slipping and putting his whole arm in the fry bag.
This Karen was really giving it to the staff, so one of the guys actually cut his pubes off and put it in a burger.
Pube burger.
Yeah.
One of my mates was cutting up chips next to the fryer, and he's cut his finger clean off, can't find it. And he reckons it's fallen inside the fryer, and he served it up and sent it out to a customer. And we never once found where the finger went.
Yeah, that's a little taste of a few stories from beneath the grease. We need you now to share your fresh stories on 13 24 10. If you work in fast food, we want you to call up.
Our favourite caller will be walking away with some tickets to the movies.
All right, prizes up for grabs. Benson Boone right now. Slow it down. If you currently work in fast food, if you've ever worked in fast food and you have a story that we need to hear, give us a buzz, 13 24 10. Of course, you can remain anonymous if you want as well.
Stories beneath the grease.
Jackson in Sydney, this was your first job and you got fired. What happened?
Yeah, so I was basically working on the vats, and I would go and hide my food in garbage bags and say that I'd stuffed up this burger or stuffed up the nuggets in the vat with the wrong vat or anything like that on the grill. Then I would proceed to go out either to the freezer room or where the garbage bins are and unwrap it out of the garbage bag. It was a fresh garbage bag, by the way, and then eat the burgers. And I did this on multiple occasions. I got caught eating it once just out of the, in the normal area where everyone could see. So I proceeded to be very sneaky, what I thought was sneaky.
So you were getting high on the supply?
Pretty much, yeah. Rookie error, hey.
Yeah.
Look, Jackson, we all saw you eating out of the bin. We've got to let you go, man. It's not our philosophy here.
Eating out of the bin bag round with the bins as
It was
well.
a clean bag, by the way. Nah, you got to get a bit off the side, especially if you're on minimum wage, Jackson, first job, you're just testing out the boundaries. Jet, what about you? You worked at a joint for 8 months, but you did something to a customer.
We had a broken stick shake machine, and my manager, we got it, you tested out, my manager poured out a drink, stick shake, took a swig of it, spat it back in, and then handed it out to a customer.
Oh, they're the ones
So
you don't like hearing.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. He took a swig of it, said, yep, it's fine, spat it back out in the cup, and then handed it out to a customer.
And hang on, was it one of those things with the customers being like really rude, or the manager was just like, it couldn't be
It
asked?
was just a manager. The manager was just a prick.
Oh,
yeah. And
no.
that's coming from the top as well. You know, we should do better. This is the guy doing the timesheets,
Yeah, look, some of these stories can be hard to listen to. If you have got a story from beneath the grease, 13 24 10, give us a buzz. You know what, Jet, we're going to give you 2 tickets to go to the movies, mate.
Thank you very much.
No worries at all. We have got more of those to give away.
You can go see Saturday Night. It's in cinemas October 31.
Lisa in Sydney. Now, you worked in fast food 25 years ago. Something happened that could affect hundreds of customers. What is it?
So I was working at McDonald's and I was on the fry vat, and a colleague of mine had a hearing aid and it actually fell into the vat and they never changed the oil. Revolting.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably have, by
I hope they
now.
have.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
it's
assuming they would have
fine,
by
yes.
now.
25 years ago, you would hope.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if, does hearing aids work like that? Like, would she be hearing
Oh
the
my
grease?
gosh, Liam, no. It's not an AirPod.
Oh, right.
No.
It just amplifies what's happening. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she'd have to buy another one different on the other one if she can hear the the chips being ready every 10 minutes just trying to sleep.
Someone could put their hearing aid wherever they want and listen into people's conversations.
Lisa, thank you very much for sharing your
Stories beneath the grease.
Extra greasy tonight.
extra greasy.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. It's very nice. I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
On Monday nights, we do the Forbidden Folder.
Yeah, it's where we keep all the taboo topics. I really like this one. 13 24 10. What doesn't your dad want your mum to know?
Bit of a sillier one, let's say.
Well, it could also be serious stuff.
Could be super serious.
That is
You
true.
could know that your dad's having an affair, but you haven't told your mum.
And to be honest, I'm kind of expecting those calls.
Well, that would be amazing. And of course, 13, 24, 10, you can remain anonymous. But yeah, we'd love to have some
Your
confessions.
dad might have betrayed his uncle by sleeping with his brother's wife.
That could be a call.
Mm-hmm.
His uncle. Yeah, Ben. Okay, close.
That's pretty close.
I get what
Yeah, you
meant.
got what I meant, yeah.
Well, maybe Dad's just said, oh, yeah, no, I don't smoke anymore, but he still likes a little lung blaster every now and then behind the shed.
13, 24, 10. What doesn't your dad want your mum to know?
My dad's got a secret chocolate stash that he keeps in I know he keeps it. He keeps it. It's like third drawer down in the kitchen. There's like a big blue barbecue, sort of like if you're having a big barbecue with people over and you're putting all the meat in it. It's very much Dad's domain. He doesn't have control over much in the house, but the barbecue utensils is his sort of thing.
Yep.
Full of dairy milk. Full of dairy milk.
The perfect crime.
Oh, yeah. It'll never be looked in, you know?
Bree joins us now in Sydney. What doesn't your dad want your mum to know?
Hey guys, so it's a bit of a tricky one. It's really weird, but my parents have been together now for about 25 years almost. And when my dad was a lot younger, he was actually a police officer.
Mm.
And I don't know till this day whether Mum actually knows that or not. I don't think she does because Dad doesn't want me to say anything.
Does your mum just hate cops or something?
No.
Is your mum a criminal?
I hope not.
Do you know, Bree, do you know what would really suck? If your whole life was a lie and your mum was this big crim and your dad was doing a really deep sting. Yeah, and he's so deep. He's started a family and he's getting information slowly off your mum. And then one day, maybe, I don't know if you're maybe your 21st or something or in your wedding day, he's going to go, put him up, Naomi, and he's going to bring out a gun and be like, we've finally got her.
Bree, you did a great job not telling your mum
Except
that I was a cop.
Except the time you called National Radio and said,
this whole time, I've been a cop.
13, 24, 10. That is our number. What doesn't your dad want your mum to know?
Henry is 10 years old. He's given us a buzz in Melbourne. And what doesn't your mum know about your dad, mate?
So my dad, he picks up rubbish that fans, stuff, old couches, and he chucks it in his room. And my mum, she goes in. She found out yesterday that he was grabbing the stuff, and it's filthy with stuff in his room.
Oh,
so my mum chucks it all out.
Yep.
And my dad, he picks all the stuff back in.
Yeah.
He's got one of them hoarder dads.
Also, Henry, thank you so much for calling. To me, that reeks of your mum. I can hear your mum in the background giving you a bit of direction there, which is fine. But that reeks to me of I'm going to get him back by getting Henry to go on the radio and tell everybody.
Hear what your son did, Simon? He's so ashamed of you.
All on
collecting
himself.
rubbish. all by himself. He called Ben Lehman Bell on Nova.
Hey, Henry, do you want 2 tickets to go to the movies?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, mate, they're all yours. Saturday night in cinemas, October 31. I don't know if that's a child-appropriate movie.
It might be a bit of a scary one, mate. Might have to ask Mum and Dad about that one, but I'm sure your dad will be, picking up couches and stuff. He'll be too preoccupied. Gav, you are the dad. Is that right? What does your partner not know?
That is right. Good to hear you guys. Actually, it's been a long time since I've listened to the radio in the afternoon. So,
good on you, Gav.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been giving my 11-year-old daughter driving lessons in a car park.
That's pretty young there, Gav. Yeah, that's...
you got to start them young.
Yeah.
So,
is that like a sitting on your lap and she can't quite reach the pedals, just does the steering type job?
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's in the back. She's gone all shy.
Aww. I mean, Gav, you said you got to start him young.
Hello. Hey, we're calling the police.
But it's going to be amazing, though, when she turns 16 and gets her L's and hops in the car with Mum, and Mum's like, wow, you're a natural.
Yeah, she's doing 3-point turns. Nailing it.
Wow. I like the, at least, she's on your lap and that sort of stuff. It's not like Gav's getting the oil slick out and being like, all right, go through those cones and I want you to hit the skids.
Good on you, Gav. Thank you very much. Pierre in Melbourne, good evening. What doesn't your dad want your mum to know?
Good evening, guys. My dad had a stash of Ditty magazines in a chest, and like every time someone had to go get a blanket or something like that, he goes, "Oh no, I'll go and get it. I'll go get it." and then my mum's like, "Why?" And then my nephews and like, "Why can't we get stuff out of this chest?" You know, it's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get it." And it's like, it's only a blanket. Who cares?
Yeah. And
then I went to get stuff, and I go, "Dad, what have you got in this?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Can you get rid of them?" And I go, yeah. And I completely forgot about it, didn't care. And then when it passed, he was not well.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Can you get rid of the stuff that should be in the house?" And I'm like, "What are you on about?" And he goes, "Stuff that should be in the house." I'm like, "Before your mother finds it." And she goes and cleans up. And I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "The magazines and stuff in the chest." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just hilarious. And then my nephews were like, and then my wife told my mum in the end.
Oh, so from what I picked up is your dad's dying wish was to get rid of the magazines.
Yes, I think that was the dying wish.
There's some real bad stuff on page 7. I can't let anyone see this. This will destroy my reputation.
You gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, they said you can do one thing for me, please. Please do not open those magazines. Burn them in a pit. And never speak of this. Never call a radio station and tell them about my dirty habit.
I bet you can't keep a mewing streak for this whole podcast. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
I think mushroom risotto.
I reckon fish fingers.
Bangers and mash. Winner, pick their dinner.
We're about to call a random Australian to try and work out what they're having for dinner. Eliza in Melbourne, if you can pick it, we're going to pay for yours. What do you think they're going to be having?
I'm going to say beef tacos.
Oh, you know what? I mean, it's not Tuesday, but maybe, you're just such a Mexican fan that it's like, why not? I'm just going to go early. Yeah, we're talking your classic old El Paso.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling like it, so that's my guess.
Oh, nice one. I'm not going to push you for hard or soft because I feel like that's too tricky. We don't like to be too specific with these sorts of things.
Or if they were eating out, they might get Guzmán y Gomez.
Well, yes.
Yep, and that is the preferred Mexican on this show.
Yes. Show sponsor.
All right, Liza, we've got the number punched in. Hopefully they're having beef tacos.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Hello.
Oh, g'day. Ben Lehman Bell here from Nova. We're playing Winner, Pick Their Dinner. What are you eating for dinner tonight?
Casserole.
Oh, casseroles.
Sorry, Paula. Is someone playing, piano behind you?
Yes, my son's practicing piano.
Oh, it sounds really good. How old are they?
15.
Does he not get casserole if he doesn't play well enough?
He doesn't get food. No, we don't feed him unless he plays well.
And that's how all the greats got to where they were.
Hey, you know what? Unfortunately, we didn't get the win. Eliza, we're sorry about that. But Paula, while we've got you and we've got your son playing piano, do you reckon you can play us a little bit as we go into this next song?
Yeah, sure. Hang on a sec. Go.
All right.
Okay, quick. Do you want me to put it on speaker?
Yeah, chuck it on speaker.
Yeah. If he wants that casserole, he's got to work for it.
Okay, play something for later. He wants to know who's on the phone.
Oh, you can put him on the phone if you want. We'll speak to him.
Yeah, he's on.
Hello. Hey, mate, how you doing? It's Ben Lehman Bell from Nova.
Oh, my gosh. Hello.
Hey, we heard you doing piano there in the background when we're speaking to your mum. We're wondering if you wanted just to pop it on speaker and play us a little ditty.
Obviously, don't play any ditty, though, because, not very popular at the moment.
Oh, gosh. Okay, no, I'm mess up. Okay, all right. There you go.
Oh, well done.
There you go.
Amazing.
We were hoping for some beef tacos and we ended up getting serenaded. You just never know what's going to happen here on Late Drive.
You're on Nova with Ben Lehman Bell.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, It's the Ben Lehman Bell podcast.
Christmas has come early for one Aussie family after a dad has bought his kids a ute full of meat, like a literal ute full to the top of meat. What? He took a photo of it, posted it on social media. He was getting mixed reactions. Some people were saying it's awesome. Some people were saying, where are you going to put it all?
It's a lot of meat.
It's a lot of meat.
It's a ute full of meat.
Well, it was a whole cow and a pig.
That's disgusting.
It was a lot of meat.
You don't.
That would last them for the entire year.
Yeah.
The dad said.
And that's the thing, though. I'm sure, if Christmas is coming up and you've been asking for the PS5 and then dad reverses in with a ute full of meat. You're going, thanks. Can we do 13, 24, 10? When did you have to pretend you liked the gift?
Yeah.
Like maybe, mum's giving you something for Christmas and it's just not. It's not it.
Yep.
It's not what you wanted.
Yep.
But you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, of course. That'd be rude. So you just go like, oh, thanks.
13 24 10 is our number. We'll give you a good gift for giving us a buzz and getting involved. We have got a NutriBullet to give away.
Yeah, 13 24 10. We'll give you a NutriBullet to our favourite caller, the number one personal blender brand in the world.
Now, Jess joins us. This was from your ex. What was the gift you had to pretend to like?
So one year he gave me this just like obnoxiously huge painting of just this like super toothy great white shark. And when he gave it to me, he said that it's because I know you like the beach.
What? No.
A real toothy grin.
I thought you'd like this big shark portrait. Because you're a cute beachy girl.
What did you do with it, Jess?
Well, he wanted to hang it up, but we were in a rental, so I just used the excuse of we can't put holes in the wall to hang anything up.
Oh, baby, we can get a command strip.
No. We'll save it for the next place. No. We don't want to spoil it on the rental.
Jess, that is perfect. Thank you very much. That's what we're looking for. 13 24 10. When did you have to pretend that you liked the gift?
Isabel, in Melbourne, when did you have to pretend?
Yeah, so for my 18th birthday, my friends put in and got me a Pandora bracelet, and I absolutely despise these things. And not only did they get me it, because I went to school with them, I had to wear it every single day to school, every event, and I hate them.
How come you hate Pandora bracelets so much?
Because when you get a bracelet, then every birthday or every Christmas after that, you just get another charm. And
I get it, Isabel. I get it. I wasn't a Pandora bracelet girl, but every year would be the question, do you want one? And I would always say no because, yes, once you're in, you can't get out. And then you get like the Eiffel Tower charm and you're like, why do I need the Eiffel Tower on here?
It's like a pyramid scheme. Once you're in, it's very hard to get out. And I think that, they're for mums, right? Pandora bracelets?
Nah, very like 2005, like teen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tanya in Melbourne, when did you have to pretend that you liked the gift?
On the topic of bracelets, my husband bought me a gold bangle bracelet for Christmas, even though he bought me one the previous year because he forgot.
Either he forgot, Tanya, or
I wear it all the time.
Yeah. Either he forgot or they're doing a 2-for-1 deal at Zammels. And he was like, swear I'll stock up. That's next Christmas sorted as well.
It was originally a pack of bangles that all came together.
Kira, what about you?
Hi, guys. Okay, so my auntie was staying with me at the time, and I think it makes it even worse because it was my 27th birthday, and she gave me a bottle of Ajax and a scrubbing brush.
Why?
Ajax and a scrubbing brush?
Yep. She was like, look, I love this product. I have it at home. I reckon you're going to really like it. And I was like, oh, thank you.
That's a horrible gift.
Wow, I'm normally more bam and the dirt is gone, but Ajax spray and wipe, thank you. I appreciate that.
Ruben in Melbourne, you pretend to like this gift every single year. What are you getting?
My mother buys me a set of tools every single year, and like she means well, but they're absolute Chinese crap. So I thank her very much, give her a nice smile, and soon she leaves after Christmas.
What are we talking? Like a pack of like wrenches, or what is it?
Yeah, it could be a couple of shifters, a set of screwdrivers, something just absolutely crap. Like,
yeah.
doesn't-
Yeah, I get you.
And Ruben, do you work in like a trade? Are you having to use these tools?
I do. Yeah.
So if anything, you're pretty stocked up. Like you're getting good tools anyway through
Yeah.
work. So it's like she's just like, oh yeah, Ruben's good with his hands. Here's some shifters that I bought from Cheapest Chips.
Ruben, thank you very much, mate. 13 24 10. You can keep your calls coming through on this one. When did you have to pretend that you liked the gift?
To Lisa.
Hi, how you going? I received from an ex-partner of mine a Bible one year for
Right.
Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm Catholic, but not necessarily practicing.
Mhm.
And he was quite Christian, and he thought he'd get me a Bible because I'm in leadership with my work. And he was like, everything that's leadership related is highlighted in red.
Whoa. Wow.
Thank you very much. And it just sat in my cupboard for quite a few years, and then it made its way out of my
And
cupboard.
his wrist would have been sore with the highlighter after, because this, I've not read the whole thing, but Jesus did a lot of leading. Hell of a lot of leading.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of leadership involved. He was one of the great bosses, really. Yeah, he would have been. I'm sure they would have loved him on site as a head sort of carpenter.
Yeah.
Who's Carpenter Bill?
Lisa, thank you very much. Hayley in Sydney, what was the gift your nan gave you? You had to pretend to like.
She gave me a long sleeve nightie that went past my knees, and I was just like, oh, thanks.
Oh, that's sweet.
I must
know,
admit,
but it was very ugly.
how far is a nightie supposed to go past the knee, or is it supposed to be above the knee?
Yeah.
I mean, a 90 in general, just, yeah.
She didn't feel comfortable answering your questions.
That's a dumb question for me.
No, I think her nana's warned her about people, like you, discussing the length of her night evening dress. No, it's normally, you would know, it's normally dangling around the ankle as ample skin for a night garment.
Thanks, Hayley.
W's in the chat for this pod.
Get out there, podcaster. Just giving you a heads up. This is the call that we couldn't put to air, but you get to hear it.
Hugh in the Gold Coast. What's your story beneath the grease?
Listen, it's definitely up there with some of the strangest things that you're probably going to get on the show. I was on shift, working fast food as a young kid, 17, 18 years old, on shift with a bunch of other 17, 18-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm.
And, you want to know how the world works. So my shift mates thought it would be fun to see what happens when you into the fryer.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, they wanted to see what would happen, I guess.
That's right.
What do you expect would happen?
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm very curious, Hugh. What happened?
It was very fuzzy and frothy. Fun fact, that restaurant did burn down a few years later. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's related.
Probably because of all the in the fryer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Did it go crispy, or did it just disintegrate?
It just frothed up and bubbled over.
That's so sad because all your sperm.
This was before cameras in the restaurant.
Oh,
so.
Belle, we don't feel bad for the sperm in this story.
They're trying their best, and you're frying them alive. They're just trying to find an egg.
We have no empathy for the sperm. Maybe the customers that had the sperm
There's plenty
fries.
to go. There's plenty more to go.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Also, is Belle under the impression that men are protecting sperm at all costs? No, I will hold my seed until a fair maiden. Come on, man.
If we feel empathy for sperm, I'm a bad man.
Yeah.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.